Hi, welcome to a brand new edition of the Revelation. Bum, bum, bum. It is that closing book in the Bible. It's not Revelations, it's Revelation. It's a revelation of God given to John on the Isle of Patmos. And we're at Revelation 13. Now, we're taking this in huge, big chunks and certainly not diving in deep to any of it. But we have been through 30 plus episodes, and now we're at a moment where we look at the monster that comes from the deep. Let me read you Revelation chapter 13, verse 1 through 4. The dragon stood on the shore of the sea, and I saw a beast coming out of the sea. It had 10 horns and 7 heads with 10 crowns on its horns. On each head, a blasphemous name. The beast I saw resembled a leopard, but it had feet like those of a bear and a mouth like that of a lion. The dragon gave the beast his power and his throne and great authority. One of the heads of the beast seemed to have had a fatal wound, but the fatal wound had been healed. The whole world was filled with wonder and followed the beast. People worshiped the dragon because he had given authority to the beast, and they also worshiped the beast and said, "Who is like the beast? Who can wage war against it?" Pretty funky stuff, huh? The Bible tells us in the last days Satan, the dragon, and the Antichrist, along with his false prophet, are going to wreak havoc on the earth. They will unleash unprecedented evil and nearly endless death and destruction. The beast that emerges from the sea in Revelation 13 is the Antichrist, the ultimate embodiment of evil. Some of what we know from this beast comes from other passages in Revelation. Some comes from the book of Daniel. And some comes from Paul's letters to the early church. Daniel 7:7-8 describes a beast with 10 horns, among which a little horn rises up. The little horn has a mouth that spoke boastfully. And from this, that we learn that the Antichrist is persuasive, speaking proud words and blasphemies. And that's in Revelation 13. He holds the masses of people spellbound by what he says. And he galvanizes the people of the world with his ability to speak great things. The Antichrist has a commanding appearance. He is wildly intellectual. He is a political and diplomatic genius. And under the guise of promoting peace, he elevates himself to a position of unparalleled power over kingdoms of the world. The Antichrist captures the attention of the world and accepts the worship of the people. We find that in 2 Thessalonians. He speaks out against God, and he seeks to change the times and the laws. He attempts to erase the remnants of the presence of God. He elevates himself to the position of God on earth. He makes pronouncements as a deity would make pronouncements, and that's in Revelation 13 as well. When you hear all of that, here's what you need to remember. Satan never creates anything new. He only imitates. And in this particular case, when we come to the end times, he imitates the Creator. He even mimics the death and resurrection of Jesus. And all of those things are a part of what happens in the last days. For you as a follower, you don't have to be fearful of it, but you do need to know that it's coming. Time and time again, we meet people who get frustrated with the fact that so often people seem to be worshiping themselves or worshiping the wrong thing, worshiping a false god. And that is right in Satan's wheelhouse. As a matter of fact, that will continue to happen and get worse as we move closer and closer to those last days. And so, for you as a follower, remember that God has given you this preview so you're not afraid. So you'll know what is happening. And not only will you know what is happening, but you'll be prepared to be able to speak truth into a world that sometimes wants to lie to you, because that's where Satan does his best work. That's it for this passage of Scripture. That's it for this particular edition of the Revelation. I'll join you next time as we continue to unfold that last book of the Bible.